So much is happening with the weather. Let's get it started right now with Michelle Schneider. She's the Chief Market Strategist at the Market Gauge Group. Mich, how is the wild weather affecting crops and stocks and the way you trade or the market in general?
These are great questions because people tend to, I'd say, not pay attention enough to the fact that one thing we cannot control, and maybe are even aggravating, but we don't have to go there, is Mother Nature. And she has reared her head everywhere, from incredible drought conditions. The Panama Canal still has such water levels low to the point where it's taking extra long for getting goods across, which of course is supply chain. As we know about the heat waves that have happened everywhere. Now California being pummeled by a storm and an earthquake, and now British Columbia back on fire. And you have to say, at one point, will it all calm down? And if it doesn't calm down, if we wind up now with a very, very frigid winter on top of a very hot summer, what's going to happen to things like natural gas and oil and, of course, food commodities? And so we've been on that theme all year. The Fed can't not necessarily raise the interest rates enough to control that type of inflation if it's weather-related and supply chain. So DBA has been on our list all year. We've been in that. We still believe that that is representative. Live cattle, by the way, went screaming last week. That's in that basket, as long with wheat and corn and soybeans, coffee, which has been up a lot. Again, sugar, all of the commodities that are affected by this. India just made an announcement that they are adding a tax of 40%, an export tax, on their onions because they had such a supply. And this is on the heels of rice that they were also limiting exports on. So I don't know if we've seen the full effects, but it's certainly a tradable opportunity.
That's a perfect segue into your trade of the day. What are you trading that is weather related?
Well, I mentioned DBA. Let's talk about it from a technical standpoint. So DBA right now is still holding in a very strong upward trend on a 2-year business cycle. On a weekly chart, last week, it dropped right into major support at around 2110. And if it can get through 2150 or so, then it looks to me like we could see it back up at least to the highs, which have been around 2240 or perhaps higher. And the more important part of that is not only is it possibly a really good trade with a low risk right here, but what are the implications really is what you have to ask if that does wind up going screaming higher.
Very good. Thank you for your Trader Talk, Mich.
Thank you, Angie.